We're here at the Strong Gold Games booth, and we're going to take a look at the expansion for Space Cadets Dice Duel's Die Fighter. And Mr. Stephen Bonacar is going to give us a nice rundown.
Hello. So yes, the new expansion for Space Cadets Dice Duel, not out in stores yet. It'll be out in stores on August 27th, $34.95. It now takes the great game of Space Cadets Dice Duel, which is going on behind us, as you can see them rolling frantically back there. It takes it from it was a 4 to 8 player game to now 2 to 10 players. So really expanding the experience and adding a lot of different things into the game. The first thing that it adds into the game are these cards. You'll see I put 5 cards out there for a reason. In the beginning of the game, the 2 teams will draft cards. One team will take 1, the next team will take 2, the first team will then take 1, the other one goes away. Add special powers to your ship. If you take a look, you'll notice there's some interesting symbols there. Those are the symbols that were on the dice from the base game that can now be used because they weren't used before. When you'll be having new places to place your dice as you roll them, so that you will have new powers in the ship, and each ship will now be customized using these experimental equipment cards. They're all wacky kinds of things, of course, to do to make your ship more powerful. Oh, God knows, maybe they'll explode in front of you or something like that. So, always like that. That's the experimental equipment. But then, of course, the star of the show here of Die Fighter is, in fact, the fighters themselves, which have no relationship or look whatsoever to Vipers from Battlestar Galactica. No, I did not do that. No, we didn't. I mean, we showed some pictures, and nice sculpts like this came out. So, with the fighters, you now have several options in the game. The first option, the very basic one, is you can just fight a dogfight, fighter versus fighter. So now that's the 2-player version of the game. You could also go 2 fighters versus 1 big ship. We now call them the capital ships. Okay? Or you can go with 4 ships on the board. A fighter and a capital ship, a fighter and a capital ship. What are the fighters and why are they cool? Well, first of all, they come with their own set of dice, so you can see each fighter has another set of custom dice, just like in the original game, lots of dice. The fighters are faster and more maneuverable. They only require 2 dice to move, so they'll be moving around and zipping around the board really fast. You can see that they can put up to 4 jammers on the board. 4 locks on the board. I'm not actually putting them right. 4 locks on the board, or you can put up only 2 jammers, so they're not as good as jamming the frequencies of the other player. This die, they have no shields. Why is the shield die here? The shield die is going to tell you how many hits that your ship is going to take. When you take 3 hits, you'll blow up. When the fighter blows up, you're not going to lose the game, and when you're playing with another ship, you can then relaunch yourself in a fighter by taking damage off of your ship or by spending crystals, 3 crystals to relaunch yourself in a fighter again.
All right.
And then the final part of this is that you can, of course, make the torpedoes like you can in the game, a regular torpedo, and launch it at a fighter or at the ship, or you can make a pulse bomb. With a pulse bomb, if you're so good at this, you fly into the same space as the capital ship, you can blow it up and go right through their shields, take a point very fast that way. And if the people don't know the base game, it's all about literally taking the dice, and when the game starts, rolling the dice. And you're allowed to pick dice, and I don't want to jam those guys right now. I'm going to go forward, move, I call move, I move my ship. As soon as I move, I take them off, I keep rolling. I got a torpedo ready, I'm going to start getting that going. Oh, this guy's not supposed to be rolled, he's over here.
So you don't need energy from the engineer from the main ship.
That's exactly right. It's a self-contained ship. One guy is doing this, he's managing the whole thing. You don't need to allocate energy. You have all your dice available at all times to re-roll. Boom, I want to move again, I can move again. So that's how that's going to work. Again, adding new, interesting, crazy options into an already frantic game. Last night we played a 22-person game of Space Cadets Dice Duel with the Die Fighter expansions, 2 boards. There were 10 players per team plus an admiral behind the captain. So the admiral was yelling at the captains, we were yelling at the people. It was absolutely insane. It was a charity event we did last night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stephen. I appreciate it.
Very welcome. Thank you.